We live? We live. All right. Thanks, James. All right. Welcome to the Cham Life Podcast, y'all. Today's a very special episode. Before we start, let's give a shout out to the sponsor, which is this week, week 1. OG Greens. Get yourself some good, healthy food downtown, baby. All right. So the guest today, I'm very excited to introduce y'all to LT. He is a great guy that I ran into randomly thanks to the magic of, yo, I need some shit done on Facebook. Tag someone you know who deserves this business. LT got the luck of the straw draw. He answered the message quick, got me what I needed. All right, without further ado, LT, how's it going, man?
Man, it's going awesome.
All right, you want to pull the mic up just a little bit?
Okay.
Dope. That's a perfect spot, man. So, I'm gonna go right into it, LT. Let's go to your story, bro. Tell me your story. We'll start with the bad shit, okay? We'll start with the bad shit. Since the age of 8, hit it, boom.
Yeah. So, like I had previously stated, March 26, 1996 was the first age that I was introduced to incarceration in the state of South Dakota. And over the course of those 19 years until I was released from the state penitentiary, like I said, I did about 17 man years of incarceration all over the country. And then I did 6 years and 2 days, and then I was released to parole. And then, like I said, on parole, I had secured a job at the Hardee's franchise, and I had worked my way up to become the assistant manager. And then I had been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and it really, I went from working 70 hours a week, you know what I mean, unlimited shifts, to doing my thing, to pretty much bedridden for, when I had my first, horrible attack, it put me down. I almost didn't get out of bed for, I think it was 7.5 weeks.
Damn, so you decided to start your own business?
Yeah.
You crazy, man? I'm going to go do something. That's going to be 1,000 hours a week now. That's crazy, man.
Well, I mean, I was bedridden, and I had to do something.
Was your mind just racing? When I was bedridden, my mind would not stop racing, B. That's all you got. You know what I mean? I was going crazy. Were you going crazy? How long were you bedridden?
So I was immobile for almost 2 months, and then going into the last month, I could get up and walk and stuff. And then I could start eating solid foods, but I was down for almost 3 months.
Damn, bro. So for the uneducated, for the ignorant, I got some in the audience. I see y'all. What's Crohn's disease?
Pretty much what it is, it's an inflammatory bowel disease.
Oh, so your whole body's just inflamed?
Yeah, so what it is pretty much is my body doesn't register some foods as food, so when it goes through the digestion process, it doesn't break down and get absorbed. It just turns into a black substance that clogs my gallbladder and my liver, and you know what I mean? It doesn't process the food.
That's wild, dude. So, is there a cure, or is it just something you learned?
No, so Crohn's disease is actually a pretty new disease, and they don't really have much research on it. From what they understand, it's something that you're born with, and it's predominantly in white males. So the fact that I'm a Native American man that has Crohn's disease, there's IBS and other variations, but to have actual Crohn's disease, it's kind of rare. But they don't know enough about it. There's not really a cure. There's not really medication. There's just treatments that you would have to take every day for the rest of your life until they come up with a cure.
I'm going to be real with you. That doesn't sound fun at all.
Nah, it's
So
not.
is there a bunch of shit you can't eat then? Or have you, was there a time period in your life where you were just your own test subject, where you're fuck, I'm gonna try to eat this, see if it kills me. I'm gonna eat this, see if it kills me.
So and that's pretty much what it is. They have generic tests that are gluten-free, celiac, different things like that, and none of those applied. Each case of Crohn's disease is unique. It's individual. Pretty much whatever your body will eat, it can eat. Whatever it won't eat, it just makes you sick.
Damn. So it's your body that makes all the calls.
Yeah.
And it's not telling your brain. It's like,
Yeah, nah.
nah, LT, you figure this shit out.
But it's like the most
you're
random things,
you
like
got
green
like-
beans and pineapple.
You got
and
like a weird split personality
Yeah.
thing going on with your body and your brain, bro. You need to get that. You ought to get, communication issues and shit. Like a modern couple.
Hell yeah.
Damn, bro. So like, I learned the fact that you're one of 3 native-owned businesses in the area, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Like, that puts a lot of pressure on you, bro. Cause like, I'm sure there's at least 13 Asian-owned businesses. You know, what I mean? Like, there's no pressure on you to succeed. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, so what's the big dreams? I don't care about the little plans, man. I don't care about the day-to-day shit. What's the big dreams for what you're doing, man? Like, how are you changing the world, B?
Everything, basically what my whole platform is set upon is it's always been led with the idea that no matter what happens, it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? And that's just the way that it's always been. Like, I know that I'm a tool to raise awareness and show the Native American generation of today that it's our time. It's been our time. You know what I mean? At this point in time, with the education system and the opportunities and everything that we know and everywhere that we've been, if we're holding ourselves back at this point in time, it's a choice. And it's something that they need to understand, that they can get up and take the opportunities and help the next man just like anybody else.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird to me because, like, you use that word, like, platform and stuff like that, and it's crazy to me because, like, I'm just starting to become self-aware that, like, whatever it is that I'm doing here, it's like I gotta be, like, really aware of how I move and stuff because, like, it's weird because there are people watching. Like, for some reason, people look up to you when you do something public like this. You know what I mean? So it's, like, for me, a lot less pressure because there's a lot of good Asian role models.
Right.
But, like, real spit, like, the Native community is desperate for entrepreneurs. It's desperate for business owners. It's desperate for people like you, man. Like, people who want to invest in the community and shit and, like, empower the next wave of people. Because, like, yo, it's even, like, generationally.
Yeah.
Damn, English is hard for an Asian motherfucker like me, bro. But you know what I'm trying to say, Ryan? Shut the hell up back there. Generationally, like, I feel like this next generation is already apathetic. You know what I mean? Like, even rich white kids, rich black kids, rich Asian kids, they don't want to do jack shit. So, like, how the hell are we supposed to empower these poor kids, man? How are we supposed to give these kids hope, LT? What we got to do out here, man?
I mean, like, the biggest thing that we do is we don't disassociate ourselves from the community. I don't feel like what I'm doing makes me better or puts me above anybody. I'm still out here every day. If somebody I know needs a ride, I give them a ride. If somebody's hungry, I feed them. If they yearn for education, I help them drink.
All right, so you seem like somebody who's willing to pull people up. You got any, like, people in your past that you, like, can think of off the top that, like, really gave you that hand up when you needed it? Any mentors, any guiding people like that? Because I have, like, a trillion like, I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am if I didn't have people in the community, like, pulling me up, telling me it's possible and shit, man.
And I mean, the crazy thing is that my support system has always been the people that are with me directly. A lot of people deemed me to fail. I was sort of the bad apple. You know what I mean? And
some anger issues.
Right. They kind of wrote me off because I was heavily violent and I don't play well with others. You know what I mean? So they kind of they expected me to be in prison for life or end up dead or rot away somewhere. And I didn't.
Damn. All right. So how did you find your zen? How are you keeping cool these days, man? What works for you? Because I feel like it's different for everybody. What gets you focused?
The thing is I learned a lot of things about myself when I was inside the walls. I had broke myself down to the smallest molecule that I could, and really took a look at myself, you know what I mean? And I understood that throughout my life, it was only two things that was evident. I keep putting my hands on people, I keep getting locked up, you know what I mean? So I knew that I had to stop doing that, and in turn, I had to look at who I was. And I did that, and I wasn't okay with who I was, so I simply did the thing that everybody thinks is so hard, and I just simply changed. I don't have the desire. I have all the juice in the world. You know what I mean? I'm heavily affiliated. I come from a bad background. It's no secret to anybody. I have all the juice in the world when it comes to all of that. But it means, personally to me, it means nothing. And that's what focuses me, is to be able to show little kids and teenagers and stuff that's not the way. The rap videos aren't the way. The drugs, the gangs, all that stuff that you see on TV, whatever, it's not the way. I've been there. I did that for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's wild, man. Cause like, you're talking to somebody who I don't do nothing bad, B. Like, I fucking jaywalk sometimes. You know what I mean? I stole an iPad once. You might be talking to the softest person you've ever talked to, LT.
Nah,
I'm
man.
surprised. Like, if I would have met you 5 years ago, you might have just beat me up based on how funny I look.
Nah, man, you in Sioux Falls, bro. It's a lot more pussy dudes out here than you, man.
Damn.
You good to
respect.
go.
You hear that, everybody putting dirt on my name out there? You heard that LT said so. And if LT says it, it means it's true. Fight me. Nah, don't fight me. I don't fight nobody. I've never fought. Damn, man. So, like, that's crazy because, like, some people take that energy and that fury and that rage and they get into, like, crazy shit. Like, they double down on it and, like, they either, like, go join the military to go shoot people. They get into, like, mad, violent, like, cage sports. You decided to make merch. Like, you ever take it out on like a press or like on a machine? Like,
yeah, man. When things ain't going well, I sort of Wreck-It Ralph that shit, you know? And then I got to rein it in like, hey, man, if something happens, it ain't nobody else's responsibility
I'm
to fix
breaking
it.
my own stuff right now, yo, dude. Nah, I get that, dude. So, like, what do you do, like, what's your leisure time look like? You play games? You got a favorite show?
I mean, I spend a lot of my time that I have with my friends. I invest a lot of my time and a lot of my energy into.
Because you do a lot of like artist development. You help a lot of people who are trying to like become musicians and stuff. Like try to like get into the right lanes and stuff, right?
Absolutely.
As we saw with the opener.
I just give the game away, man. Like people always say that's not the right way to do it, but it's absolutely the right way because there's so many dudes out here that are perpetrating the game. The fact of the matter is, you're not gonna end up nowhere following dudes like that. And I don't expect anybody to follow me, but I never want anybody to look at me and say that I misled them or misguided them because I've always told them the truth right out.
All right, okay, yeah, man. Like it's crazy because like, I'm trying to develop this artist I got. His name is Lil Buck. Shout out to Lil Buck. He's
Lil Buckarooski.
Lil Buckaroo. Yo, I can't wait to drop some Lil Buck shit. Like, I don't think Sioux Falls is ready.
Yeah, man, we're going to sponsor that,
like,
man.
They can't, like, if people could, like, I just need to get this kid some temporary face tats, and we good.
Man, I can print them.
We straight up,
I can print temporary face tats at my shop.
We got you. Damn, LT. You got anything coming up? Any big shows? Any, like, artists you want to plug? Any releases? Anything like that?
I mean, obviously we working all over the country. We have Ology, God Mob Ology on all platforms. He's working on getting his new project out. He's dropped like 5 videos in the last 2 weeks. Like he's out here working. You know what I mean? He's
feeding the streets technique. Was like, take this.
He go like 80 hours a week at the job and get his paycheck and hit the video man up. You know what I mean? And go straight, shoot the video, hit the studio, and drop it on Monday. Back to work for the next grind. You know, and then we have like Obviously, my label, Born Ready Records, Black 300 Music Group, Rebel Music Gang out of St. Louis, Missouri. We got Zeus on tour with the national release of his Blonde Sheep album. Archie's working, Tony Mays is working. The whole team is working, man. Everybody's working.
Man, that's so dope. I feel like we're at like a really like a bubbling point for the rap scene around here specifically. I feel like there's about to be this like whole other wave of like new artists coming out and stuff. Cause like for a while it's been kind of like stagnant.
Yeah.
But lately I've been trying to keep my ears to the streets, running this studio and stuff, trying keep it current with what the kids are listening to and shit. And I'm pretty impressed. There's a lot of good like original sounding stuff coming out from the area,
right.
Man. Like I honestly think in the next 5 years, Sioux Falls could even have its own like distinct sound.
Yeah,
or
and
maybe not Sioux Falls, but like you know what I mean. Like I feel like we're in a hot spot for like a new sound could come from whatever this is. You know what I mean?
Right. So, and that's the one thing that I'm always talking about is Sioux Falls doesn't have any culture. If we could get the local businesses and the people to come out and support the musicians, we absolutely have a huge movement.
Bro, why you think I got this damn studio? Why you think we got the lights, the cameras? You know, like, I'm trying my ass off, LT.
Right, but we're two businesses in the movement where, you know what I mean, there's 1,000 businesses down here, and if we're the only two that support the movement, that's kind of silly. We're right back at square one.
Nah, man. That's the thing. That's my strategy. It's like, I'm going to be so loud. I'm going to be so good. You like, if you don't pay attention, you're a hater. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my approach always, is always like, focus on the product. Focus on getting better. Like, that's all I focus on. I don't pay attention to nothing else. Like, the only thing I measure, the only type of, like, measurement I take is, like, my own personal standard on things.
Yeah.
And, you know, so far, I've been really broke. But everyone's like, you shouldn't be broke. So, right. You know what I'm saying? We getting there, LT.
That's all it takes, though, for real. You know, I literally started my business with the $400 I had in my pocket because I knew that there was
you don't want to know what I had to do. You don't want to know what I had to do. That's for, like the real underground podcast. I can't even say it. I got rep to upkeep. Let's just say I never want to do that shit again.
but we here. We made it happen.
What do you feel like the biggest sacrifice you've had to take or make, biggest change you've had to make to pursue this?
I think the biggest thing that I've given up is my privacy.
Ooh.
Because it came to a point where there was no way that I could live two lives. You know what I mean? I either had to commit to what I was preaching, or I had to fall back.
Yeah.
And in turn, and making that step, that had to come with 100% transparency. You know what I mean? And that was a big issue for me because I'm a private dude. I got trust issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I ain't a psychiatrist, LT, but I know, like, I've had anger issues, and I've seen, like, counselors and stuff, and, like, for me, that my anger always stemmed from holding things in. You know what I mean? Like, I was always non-expressive with, like, when I felt disappointed or mad or whatever, upset.
Yeah. I
was always taught to be good and well-behaved, so, like, I would explode. You know, and, like, I still got that side, but, for me, it was always like that anger always came from suppressing. You know what I mean? So like, that's why I'm so proud that this podcast has been like the best response for anything I've ever made. Cause like, I started this shit just to be more expressive and to release like the craziness in my mind instead of holding it in like all the time. And like, it's insane. Cause like, my only goal with this is to be real. Like, right away, I said, I'm probably the softest guy you talk to. I'm never going to front. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to pretend to be what I'm not. And, like, it's been liberating, dog. It's been, like, you feel free. You feel like, man, I don't got to pretend shit. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's the thing that I'm trying to push is, like, all of those social norms that are out there, like, people had these preconceived notions that I had to come home and I had to step into this lane and I had to continue on this road in these activities because of what I did, that I was supposed to come home to that, and it totally shattered their minds that I came home on like some not really on no like fuck you type shit. I just came home on some like you didn't just do that time. You know what I mean? You didn't just go through what I went through. And I intentionally made it hard on myself. Like, understand that I have enough willpower and enough mind control that I created these situations to be harder than what they were. So when it came to that time that it was either slip and fall or keep it moving, I had more than enough motivation to be like, nah, fuck that, keep it moving. You know what I mean? There ain't no going back. That's not an option.
You know what, guys? Sometimes you just gotta be like, fuck, I'm sick of my own shit. I'm changing for myself.
Yeah,
I don't need
absolutely.
I don't need jack shit. Like, yeah, I ain't changing religions. I ain't getting tattoos. I ain't lifting weights. I'm just changing inside. My brain.
And it's been the greatest thing that I've ever done. You know what I mean? Because, and that's one of the biggest issues that I have is when people hear my name or they see me, it's still fresh, the person that I was, because I was gone for so long. And then while I was home under that supervision, I stayed out of the way. But now that I'm like, you know, on the newspapers, you know, my company's sponsoring the Native American Day parades. Like, my face is out here on the meth awareness marches. I'm out here feeding the community. I'm out here. They don't know how to take it, you know.
That's the thing with like social media and news in general and everything in general is like, no one gives a shit if you're doing positive stuff. I'm sorry, LT. I will be real with you. This is why it's hard to be good. Okay? No one gives a shit when you're doing good stuff. No one gives a shit when you're on the computer. They just want the drama.
Yeah.
They want to hear your ass locked up. You know what I mean? Like, people would much rather watch a video of two dudes fighting than two dudes getting over an argument. Like,
right.
At the end of the day, that's shitty human nature, bro. But you know what? The real ones, the Chams, the Cham Lifers, they see you out here. We see you out here. The people that support the arts, you know what I mean? You got the right people. You on the right show. We got you, man.
Man, it's blessed to be here. It's exciting. We've been pumped, waiting to get here all week, you know?
Yeah, man. Well, it's just like, I love your story because it's just like, yeah, when I first met you, you're like, yo, be one of 3 Native Americans and business owners. I'm like, damn, that's a fucking shame. Like, I said that, I was like, that's a shame. Like,
and that's even on the reservation and everywhere.
That's so wild to me, man. That's ludicrous. Like, it should not be like that.
So, like, a lot of people don't know, and a lot of the stuff that we do is, like, we get the sneakers, we get the food, we take this stuff and we give it down to the reservations. Like, South Dakota reservations have the highest poverty rate per capita, the highest suicide rate, childhood suicide rate in the nation, period. And these programs that they're using that are their only avenues are getting shut down because the funding is not there. It's non-existent, and it's not that it wasn't there. It's that it got misappropriated by the people who were responsible for it.
I sound like an asshole pitching to a Native American guy here, but this is my idea, right? The only way to like infiltrate culture, infiltrate anything is through food. And everybody loves, I don't care if it's not authentic, I don't care if it's not real, Indian fried bread, tacos, man. Like, y'all just need, like, for real, we need to get some tribes together, right?
Yeah.
Start a tribal council to start a chain of quick, modern, fresh Native American, like, street food. You know what I mean? Because that would be lit. You know what I mean? Like, imagine like Qdoba, except for it's not garbage and it's like fried bread and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
so one of my relatives, she's thinking around December that she's actually gonna pop out with her little food truck, and that's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be native food. Yeah,
like that's what we need, man. Like, cause like I don't give a shit. Like, nothing beats racism than food, and like food is the key to destroying racism, man. Cause like, I used to talk spicy about like Laos and Cambodian people just because I'm Vietnamese.
Yeah.
But man, when I had some Laos food, changed my whole perspective. Dude. Man, I fuck with Laos people so hard. Man, that sticky rice, that papaya salad, making me. I'm sweating.
Man, you making me hungry,
I'm
man.
sweating just thinking about it, LT. Damn, man. Let's talk about some food shit, bro. What's the best munchies for LT when you get that late night craving, bro? What are you digging up? What are you stuffing down that trash compactor called that mouth attached to that face?
Man, whatever.
Whatever you find. It's
Whatever.
It's like one of those like high tech deforestation machines. That
Yeah,
can, like, cut the tree.
We ain't got no
thing,
kids or nothing, so we
really?
don't keep a house full of food. So I'm just eating whatever I can find.
Damn,
I'm going through like Godzilla,
I see you
smashing
doing,
shit.
I see you out here representing that no kids life, zero kids, baby.
Yeah,
That's right. That's why we out here trying to change the community, because we ain't out here trying to change diapers. You feel me?
You feel me?
That's right. LT, dude, it has been a pleasure to have you on the show, my guy. Is there any let's get like a final positive message out. Yo, if by chance you're watching this and you're a little Native American boy or girl and you're like, damn, I can be like one of those two Native American gentlemen, Cham or LT. Yeah, I'm honorary Native today. That's right, folks.
He's got the complexion for the connection.
That's right. I got the hair for the stairs, baby. All right, LT. Let's leave it with a positive message for that next generation.
Man, the only thing that I can tell you guys is stop believing the stuff that they're feeding you because it's not true. Follow your heart. Do what you need to be doing. It's pretty cut and dry. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And if you're not shopping at Studio 1491, you're wrong.
You wrong.
You wrong. You dead wrong.
All right, let's give it another shout out to this week's sponsor. That's right, it's OG Greens. You downtown, you hungry, you can't eat carbs, you trying to lose some weight, you got like $30 to spend on lunch, you rich asshole. Go to OG Greens. All right, James, hit it, cut. We